Still them talk say, make we off mind. But thank God say, my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My ego die the political. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. This one not day off in mind. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, my egun don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make you shout. Oh yo yo, my egun don't come. Oh yo yo. Man of the masses. My ego don't come. My ego diary politico. My ego la wamo la moto do. My ego diary.
Hello there.
Ayekun làwa mọ̀ làwọn tó dòdòdò. Ayekun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Lórí Facebook.
Good afternoon to you, good morning to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Máyégún máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún.
Terrorists are now using helicopter as a guide while they attack and murder Nigerians, slaughter them, right, in southern Kaduna, Kajuru. And what happened in our ISWAP, who claimed responsibility, which has a link to the ISIS, yeah? They have claimed responsibility, and the government of Nigeria has also confirmed that the attack, the terrorist attack at St. Francis Catholic Church in Ondo State was carried out by ISWAP. So indeed, there are now ISWAP in Yoruba land. Share the broadcast.
Lórí Facebook. Lórí YouTube. Bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Thank you. Tribalism. I'm talking about a divisive, chronic, deadly tribalism in politics. Is about in Nigerian politics generally. Is about to he said again. I mean, get worse rather. It's already said since APC Ebekebe came into power. But one of the fear for so many of us who have always been very much outspoken, strongly against the likes of Tifnumbu becoming the president of Nigeria is because of the bigotry that they represent, the type of ethnic bigotry that they actually derive their power from. Well, unfortunately, is about to rear its head. The Yorubas, the age-long Yorubas versus Igbo, rivalry, which many of us believe that we should have indeed learned from the healthy rivalry, which is a competition for greatness, competition for excellence, and then a competition for success. However, when it comes to politics, it is deadly. And if you want to know where this actually really is still pretty much alive, it is in Lagos. And today, I don't know, I think it's because of this Peter Obi infection that has made so many young people, especially those who witnessed the NSAS massacre in Lagos and all around the country at the time, who have somehow been able to like push Peter Obi as their own project. Somehow they have decided that they have started a nationwide mobilization for registration. Remember the myth that the northern Nigeria is so much more than southern Nigeria when it comes to population. They never conducted any census to confirm this. However, during election, the people in charge of this have always very much been so criminal about the voters' distribution by disenfranchising people based on religion, ethnic, their location, and every one of that. Yeah. And all of these have been part of the rigged system that many of us have seen, that we said, except that the system is completely like, this is like it's done with. And then a better, well-agreed system by every component part of that country, so to say, is put in place. Except for that, you are wasting your time. Reason why people like us feel like it's a pure waste of time, because it is completely rigged. However, this rigged system against one group of people, one ethnic or tribe against the other, against the other in Nigeria, is rearing its head again in Lagos today. Just 24 hours after Kolu bought his ticket in APC, Egbekegbe, his own foot soldiers who have blamed everyone. Listen to this. I am one of those who believe that, and I keep saying it, that if we all look inward, and then we all agree that Nigeria has completely gone to the dogs, and we, the victims, are completely divided. The reason why the dogs in charge of Nigeria will continue to hold on to power and force us to be part of a contraption that we have no choice or a say in. When as ruined as Nigeria is, when you begin to pick up the actors who brought us to this level, you will realize that your own kinsmen, kinswomen, so to say, you will find Yorubas, you will find Awusas, you will find Fulanis, you will find Igbos, you will find Ijaws. Everyone from every part of Nigeria is a contributor to what we have today. And that is why many of us have said it many times, that if those of us who have seen the light pretty much could come together in a way like the criminals in charge of Nigeria have been together, if you and I are never going to treat ourselves as Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, this and that, when we are discussing the calamities that has befallen us, and then what we are experiencing in the hands of these rogues who are Yorubas, Hausas, Igbos, from every part as usual. Yeah, if all of us could actually like drop the divisive rhetoric, like I'm an Igbo man, I can't trust a Yoruba man. I'm a Yoruba man, I can't trust an Hausa man. I'm a Hausa man, I will never do anything. Stuffs like that as victims of the system, right? Maybe we could probably make a serious headway. Why did I say that? The criminals who ruined Nigeria, they don't identify as Igbos, Yoruba, Hausa, or whatever. They only use those. They don't even identify as Christians, Muslims, so to say, when they deal with themselves. In fact, it's easier for them to even forget about the bad they do to themselves, or they did to themselves, and move on in the interest of what they call political interest, so to say. But if those of us who have been the victims of the rotten system, if we are not so divided like what we are witnessing today, what the likes of Tifnumbu and co are always going to cash on. I warned yesterday, I said, it is going to become so much divisive, so dirty, to the point that people are going to be attacked simply because of who they are, where they come from, and then the religion they actually believe in. They will be judged by that. Well, a time is going to come like, time is here already. They will judge you by that, and you might be attacked like what happened in Lagos today. So we have a lot of young people who have taken it upon themselves across Nigeria today, young and old, to follow Peter Obi. Okay. However, the only people being singled out, which is usual in Lagos today, are the Igbo people. It is so bad It is so bad that even the Yorubas who said they don't support Tinubu or anything. I'm not a APC member. I don't support Tinubu. They are advising the Igbos who are actually Lagosians themselves. I'm talking about people who are probably in the fifth generation, sixth generation of Igbos who have been in Yoruba land in Lagos. Many of them born in Lagos, raised in Lagos, schooled in Lagos, married in Lagos. Yeah. And today, when it comes to politics, they are Igbos. And you see, this open prejudice is the reason why I said, when you come out to beat your chest, when we're having a conversation why Nigeria is where it is today, and why the differences that all of us know unwritten, but we know them, right? These differences until they are addressed. Why do we continue to lie to ourselves that we are one Nigeria, right? Now in Lagos today, people who came out like, we are going to register to vote. This time around, even as many people are campaigning that don't waste your vote, don't go out there, don't do this or that. Somehow, a lot of people are mobilizing themselves that they want to kick out PDP and APC. They are so confident, but the Igbos are the only ones singled out, especially in Lagos. If I didn't see it, if it didn't happen, there won't be any reason for me to tell you. However, I'm going to show you all this now, right? Not because you haven't seen them for those who have seen them, but there's something we need to learn from this. Because at the end of the day, you realize that it is all coming back to one thing. It is not in your interest to attack anybody or fight anyone on behalf of any politician if you have any sense. Yes, you may actually continue to jump about and continue to identify as Yoruba, I'm Yoruba this, I'm Yoruba that. Now, Igbos all people who came out today, including Yorubas, everyone who lives in that part of Lagos, all over the country, they came out today because the registration for voters card is going to end, I think, today. So a lot of people came out. But do you know what happened? Yeah. In Ojo, yesterday, the marketers, the traders at Alaba, they made an announcement asking all of their members to lock their shops today and go out there and register to vote. But do you see this open tribal prejudice, which is so very much common with majority of these our Yoruba brothers who live in Lagos? They blame everybody for all their problems. They blame they blame everybody except the criminals who are actually in charge of Yoruba land, who failed us, who failed our youth, who failed to educate you, who failed to create jobs for you, who continue to tell you that being part of Nigeria is actually a blessing to you. But when it comes to a time like this, all of you suddenly remember the Igbos, they don't belong to Lagos. They don't belong to Yoruba land. Then that question of why then do you continue to say Nigeria is one? I'll come back to that. The traders told themselves to lock their shops and get themselves registered to vote, possibly for Peter Obi, including the Yorubas. We have seen Yorubas. We have seen other people from other parts of Nigeria who have been mobilizing for Peter Obi. But for those who have actually who are a real threat to the hegemony in Lagos, Tifnumbu, they are the Igbos. And that, like I said, continue to put to question your one Nigeria. Some of you will claim not to be Tifnumbu's supporter. Some of you will claim not to be a member of APC. Some of you who don't even like them as you claim. You are now advising the Igbos they should go back to their state. Why don't you just go back to your state and register? You are telling people who were born in Lagos, raised in Lagos, have their businesses in Lagos, their own houses, pay their taxes to the same Tifnumbu. You are telling them because of your own tribal prejudice that you probably don't even admit to publicly. Abi, they should just try and go back. I mean, it is better for them to go back. All the Hausas, all the Northerners, they always go back to register to vote in their region. Why are they? Because somehow, you don't like Tifnumbu. But at the same time, you are not different from them, are you? I'll come back to that. Here at Alaba yesterday,
As I know, now Thursday, one day, now I get total lockdown. Every neighbor has all here and in Alaba International. Go over and we get about that PVC here. I want him when I'm buying a shop. Brugole 17 years and above. Like a gaga friend walk a people. Oh, he will go secretary, then I shop again. Caligole 17 years. Hand tagging with PVC. Now, starting from Monday next week, I give you the garden, Canaba, Operation Show your PVC. I want to shop again. You go see a PVC again, man, Italy wounded union. I want to secretary go see here, or the Quali wounded union, Chopo Gama. I want to go away here, or the wounded union. My grandman, how do we go? How do you go? How do I go? I'm going to vote. I want to play a point. Oh, you're near, you have 1 year, who does your own.
Telling everybody from Monday you have to show your PVC. Is that not what you ask everyone to do to be part of, if they don't like PDP and APC, they should go and contest against them, or they should go and register to vote, stop criticizing them. People came out. But you know what happened there today? That Ojo local government, a lot of people came out, Yorubas, Hausa, everybody, Lagos residents in that area. And they were about to start, although probably they overwhelmed the INEC officials there. Then suddenly, they started making an announcement there that only the Yorubas. This is real. This happened. And as long as some of you feel like it doesn't matter, it does matter. It's part of the lies you are telling yourselves. Ignoring the obvious, ignoring what you know is your real division. Your leaders pretending they don't exist, but these prejudices exist between yourselves. So how long or how long do you want to lie to yourselves that Nigeria is not one country? In practice, it's not. Maybe in theory. Do you know what they told them? They told them that only the Yorubas should register. Every other person, including the Igbos who are there. Remember, Ojo local government area in Lagos State has the highest population of non-Yorubas. I mean, I can call them Yorubas, by the way, because if you are born in a place, if I'm born, my kids who are born here now, they are British and they are Yorubas, aren't they? Your own uncle that traveled to America and your auntie, all of them who are now living abroad, their children, they are Americans, Abi? And they are what? Canadians, British, and the rest of that. But in Nigeria, that's your unwritten tribal ethnic division that majority of you continue to pretend and ignore. It is always there. Why don't you just make it real? So that, if the Biafrans travels down to Oduduwa Republic or Yoruba Nation, and they acquire the residency there, they automatically become the citizens of Yoruba Nation. You know that. Just same way your brother, your auntie traveled to America, and they are now Americans, okay? But you are supposed to be one Nigerians, aren't you? Wherever you found yourself, you should feel at home. Abi, Shibi, is that the lie? Is that not the lie you are telling yourselves? If you go to America, you have black, you have Hispanic, you have white, you have, all race, and all races. But there's something that they call themselves Americans. Abi? Which means whether you are Japanese, whether you are Asian, you are Chinese, you are African, you are, wherever you come from, the moment you become an American, you are an American. You know that. So your own Nigerian is so fake that whenever election is coming, that is when you remember yourselves as Igbos, Hausas, Yorubas, Fulanis. And that is the moment the rivalry of turn by turn comes in. So why are your leaders, the criminal leaders, why are they afraid to outline this, to discuss this, and stop this friction? They are Nigerians, Abi, and they are also Lagosians. They are tax-paying residents of Lagos, just like many of you too. But in Nigeria, you are lying to yourself if you think where you come from as any part of Nigeria doesn't really define you or decide what you will become in that Nigeria. That's what played out today at Ojo. They are Lagosians. They are your brothers and sisters, Emeka, Okechukwu, all of them that you know, but they are always your brothers until election is coming. Last in 2019, the Lagos Abobakus, the thugs, the Agberos of Tifnumbu, they went, they were, they gone rogue at the time, by the way, and they attacked the Igbos. They prevented them from voting, and there were Yorubas who would love to tell you Nigeria cannot divide. Nigeria can never divide. There are Yorubas. I don't support Tinubu. I don't support APC. But all these Igbo their own is too much. And you are on one hand, you are claiming one Nigeria. On the other hand, you are telling Igbos to go back to their states. Go back to your state. Go and register there. Go back to your district. Go and do that there. So while I was actually like surfing the net, before I go on and show you what happened in Lagos today, I picked this up. Most of the people will tell you, go back to your state. Majority of them are not living in Lagos. They are Yorubas, but to them, they feel like everybody coming as non-Yorubas who are in Yoruba land, probably making a living there. Somehow they blame you for their poverty. No joke. And guess what? They support the people that actually made them poor. Okay? So they blame everyone else but themselves. They continue to praise and worship the criminals that make them poorer in Yoruba land. Then whenever their poverty gets into their head or gets so much a part of them, then they look for who to blame. This is a Yoruba guy who lives in Igbo land. Okay. So majority of them have never really left, the base of Yoruba land ever. And majority of them are actually like repeating what their failed useless uncles and aunties told them. It's unfortunate, though. Majority of them have no real things to say, but just to repeat what their own uncles and aunties have told them. But what they didn't know then was that most of these statements are pretty much political. However, they blame everyone else for their problems. So this Yoruba guy, my dear brother, who lives somewhere in Ogbaru, said, I'm a Yoruba guy staying in the Igbo land, and I've gotten my INEC PVC at Ogbaru local government area. If Yoruba can get this easily in Igbo land, why are they making it difficult for my Igbo people in Alaba? Oh Lord, my God, every Tifnumbu evil plans against the Igbos scatter by fire. Now, this is a Yoruba guy. I decided to share this with you so that many of you who are also pretty much like not different from this same idiot we are talking about in Lagos. Many of you have been making some very, very, stupid statements after seeing what happened in Lagos. Many of us don't really agree with Tifnumbu and his foot soldiers. And they may sound like they are many. They are not really many. Majority of the people just don't have interest in what they do. Trust me, majority of Yorubas are not really interested in politics. Okay? And those you see that are interested, that's why you see that most of them that are in our politics in Yoruba land, like every other place, most of them that are in our politics in Yoruba land, they are the low lives. They are the losers of our society. They have no real thing, no real achievement in their lives. Politics is just pretty much like a saving grace for them. And if you want to see, if they say, what is the greatest thing they've achieved? They'll tell you they became governor, they became a senator, they became this or that. And that is why when you now look at their track records, then you'll be like, wow. So they are the worst among us who represent us. And there are many of us who don't agree with them. Many Yorubas who are completely, right, bewildered with what is going on in Yoruba land. And most of the time, have no idea what to do to actually end this. In a way, they are not interested in politics. But time is coming. It is coming gradually that, the real Yorubas are indeed going to make a statement that is going to be not just the words or what have you. They're going to be with actions that are going to make a huge impact in all this nonsense. But it is what they have turned everywhere to, okay? It is the era. They know, they believe that the Igbos will never vote for Tifnumbu. Do you understand that? Whenever they do their election, right, they know. And guess what? There are also Igbos that will vote for Tifnumbu. There are Igbos that will campaign for Tifnumbu. But you know one thing about what bigotry like this does to people, ethnic bigotry, right? It blinds you. No matter how educated you are, you will become so blinded by some imaginary, hate, fear, especially as you are being engineered to continue to, as they are firing that in you. No matter how educated you are, it doesn't matter. That's how much the bigotry in so many of us, in that contraption, that's how bad it is. However, people came out. Let's participate in your fraudulent election. They came out and they got attacked.
No, did they give them? They're giving them. They say Igbo people should go to their country and vote. They say we should go to our land and vote. See what is going on. Everybody that are in their line knows. See the officials, they're giving funds to they are doing tribalism. No, Nigeria. See what is happening. They're giving funds to only Yoruba people. They said Igbo people should go to their state and vote. They say all Igbos should go to their state and vote.
Nah, ya na gun. Video there. Video I can name me call report in go eba. Nah, ya na gun. Ifemela aba ahụ na ndị Igbo anyị register anyị eme PVC.
Discrimination.
Na ndị aka na no zikwe. So for us, aya anawago. The man si not how possible. No Sunday be high register ya ka na eme PVC. Onye Igbo anyị sokwu alụ ọrụ ebe a no so ndị anyị na-eke alụ ọrụ. Ana threat van the guy say no one register any Igbo akpọ ndị nwa ya akpa abịa buru ya so since 7 o'clock ka anyị na-aba this guy na-eme the onye Igbo ka the boy wụ na the boy what he bana ka full anti bia Check abia. Anti bia ka egwa onwe a na-enye report chere excuse.
Ke ife bamba esikwa n'ihu mme.
Ngwa kwuo okwu aya afọ ihe okwu ka efe na aba. Kwuo okwu.
Ndị Yoruba kwonu ka inwa we why nwa ndị Igbo
and bechago na na.
Ya nwa na emekwanu gịnị tata na nwa.
And that's ya azụ na asị ata eme.
Asịkwa ya azụ na asị ahụ. Si abịa mee PPA. Ike egworo Chineke meela ebere.
Dono si butela anyị fa na church. Eburu ihe a si bute na Catholic and Anglican church Igbo niile eji ebe ahụ je register. Ma n'ime trade fair. Abịa mee ihe a aba nwata mee ihe a na-emegasị. Biko all situation report to that back and na go on now. Igbo ka ọ dị.
So what that guy was saying there is pretty much similar to what the first or the second video also, I mean, the voice in the second video said. That. But the only thing that this guy added is that he's going back to his house. If they want to register them, they should bring their machine to Alaba Market, the trade fair. But what really happened? Well, there's so many people with just 2 machines. So initially they said they were improvising. So in their way of improvising, they said they should share the form. You will fill a form, which is your name and all of that if you have never registered. So you fill all of that and you submit it to that official. They'll punch all your detail into their system. And then as you register, they'll give you a number. Then they'll capture your face, finger, and all that. That's it. So in order to improvise, they said, well, this is Yoruba land. Give the forms to all the Yorubas who are here. You see that guy they were beating there? Yeah? It was at the heat of, there's so many people at Ojo local government trying to register right now. Then, from nowhere, people who protested initially, that why would you be giving we are all on the queue, we are all on the line. Why are you singling out Yorubas and say, okay, give it to Yoruba? You know what I mean? This is what is going on. That was the moment people were saying that, well, you should go to your state and register to vote. Go back to your country and register to vote. Something like that. Then from nowhere, yeah, these thugs, they just showed up, right? And then the next thing, they just grabbed grabbed the INEC officials and told them that now they should move. And people tried to resist them. So Wala started. That is when people started running and all of that. Eventually, it wasn't actually INEC that did not want to register the people. It is actually the Lagos thugs, pretty much like the Tifnumbu thugs, who felt like, they said a lot of them are how to register today. Let me tell you something. In the last 2 weeks alone, because of these young people, which many of you probably have not been paying attention to, or you have just ruling them out, they have sparked a sort of a grassroots movement that has sparked the younger people to say they want to register to vote in order to vote out the PDP and APC. And within 2 weeks, they almost crashed the INEC registration online. They got over 7 million people, 7 million new registrants. And they said that over 4 million of those people, they are young people. So this is something like, and the registration, according to their record, right? Majority of those new registrars, those new voters, they are coming from southern Nigeria. So they've done all their primaries now, and their thugs they now know that their Jaga Bandits is going to be on the ballot. So they are bringing back that age-long tribal bigotry. And that's exactly what happened in Lagos. You're going to see more. A lot of you are never going to be allowed to vote. And you know, Nigeria is a messed up place that when the Yorubas, Igbos, Hausas, Fulanis, and every tribe in Nigeria, the political class, the elites, the traditional, all of them, when they come together and with what they have done, when they come together and they wreck Nigeria, when everybody looks around, they blame the Igbos. And that's why I told you, I said, listen, if you want to keep Nigeria, that's fine. But that should be on an agreed terms and condition from everyone who is part of that Nigeria. So that everybody will know that, listen, what makes you a Nigerian? It should be well defined. An Igbo man cannot, he or she, a Yoruba man, he or she cannot run for an office in Igbo land. Of course, they will be like, nah, come on. An Igbo man cannot run for an office and, in Yoruba land and say, I want to be your governor. It can't happen. Meanwhile, he is a Nigerian. She is a Nigerian. Because all these things are not really defined. They mumble jumble all of that together and we found ourselves where we are. Yes, it's true that they said that the people the terrorists who killed our people in a war, who killed over 100 innocent people on that Sunday morning, they said they have been apprehended. They said they've apprehended 2 of them. Well, number one, there's something I want you to know. Nigeria police, Nigeria politicians, I don't trust them. The terrorists who carried out the attack, they have claimed responsibilities, which means in their usual way, take for example, they killed 32 innocent people in Kajuru, southern Kaduna last night. And the eyewitnesses, those who actually saw them and survived the ordeal, they said these terrorists came on hundreds of bikes. And as they were coming and, penetrating Kajuru, there was this military chopper, helicopter, hovering over them, doing nothing. Of course, they said that, the eyewitnesses said, they cannot say the military of Nigeria. Listen, they said they can't say military of Nigeria or Nigeria military is the one providing cover for these terrorists that attacked Kajuru last night and killed 32 people, right? Helicopter guiding them. Bandits, as they love to call them. Terrorists, as we love to call them. Using a military helicopter. Who gave them the air clearance for such, if it is not the Nigerian government helicopter? Which agency in Nigeria gave them the clearance for that helicopter to enter Nigeria space? From where did that helicopter come from? Can Nigeria Air Agency, whatever they are called, can they release the detail, the air detail or air surveillance detail of all the flight that came into that part of Nigeria in the last 48 hours? It's not the first time that they have accused the Nigerian military of supplying weapons, food, logistics to these terrorists. There were times in that part of Nigeria, southern Kaduna, Benue, this middle belt part of Nigeria, there have been eyewitnesses who have confirmed that on several occasions, there will be this strange helicopter just over around their village or villages, and then straight into the jungle, and then hover back again. And then within days, 2 or 3 days after that, many communities will be attacked by these ravaging terrorists. That's the new latest. So when the people who told us not to go after the terrorists, I'm talking about the politicians who have turned war to their own a maker of sorts, right? Where they have been paying condolences and all of that, yeah? They said we shouldn't go after them. Days after they came with the news. Well, the first news that came out today was that ISWAP that claimed responsibility for this terrorism in Yoruba land. 4 days ago, they claimed responsibility for this attack. ISWAP, that what do you call it? That Boko Haram's government, in a way, let me even put it this way, yeah. ISWAP that is domiciled in Sokoto, and they have their own local government areas that they control in Sokoto right now. People are paying taxes to them. They have their different local government areas and towns and villages that they control in Niger State. People pay taxes to them. They have local government areas that they are controlling right now as you are watching this video in Zamfara, that people are paying they are paying taxes to them. There are local government areas that they are controlling in Borno State, that people there are paying taxes to them. And government of Boko Haram has completely abandoned the areas to these terrorists as we speak. Now, when they attacked Owo, from the report, initial reports, we discovered that indeed there was a bomber. You can call it a suicide bomber or a bomb planted in the same church, which means the attack was pretty much like a premeditated, pre-planned, same way, coordinated, same way. The terrorist, Fulani terrorist in Yoruba land, and then even in another part of Nigeria that they call bandits, the same way they operate. And let me break it down for you. Understanding how this whole thing can get a little bit confusing and why I don't trust them about arresting 2 people. Wait till they tell you that the 2 people they arrested, they are not even Fulani. Oh, the 2 people they arrested, oh, they are Yoruba. Oh, wait for that. And that is just something to say, bury it. There is no terrorist in Yoruba land. But before they released that statement, government of Boko Haram, led by Aregbe Mugbo came out and he said, it is true. It was a terrorist attack that we witnessed in Yorubala, in Owo. And it was carried out by ISWAP. ISWAP don't send 2 people. We have been told many times that we have been surrounded by these terrorists and they could strike anytime. But politicians continue to tell you that, no, it's just been exaggerated. We know where they are. Don't worry, they cannot do anything. But what they are not telling you is that they are just telling you, they are pretty much waiting until you become the news, until you become the victim. And they will say the same thing again. Don't worry, we are working on it. But they need to give you something, don't they? At least they need to give you something and say, oh, we've just worked and we got these people. 2 people came in to attack a gathering, a church. The same 2 people, planted the bomb. And the same 2 people, right, killed over 100 people. And the same 2 people escaped just there without any pushback. I don't believe them. But again, I won't say, you should ignore most of what they are going to release with that statement of we have arrested 2 people. I don't believe them. But they need to give you something, okay? Because immediately they attacked Owo. Immediately, oh, somebody said 5. Okay. Have they released their identity as well? Again, yeah, I don't believe them. Do you understand? I don't. And for those who knows the complicity of the same criminal government that you have in Nigeria, do you understand that now? So I don't believe them. Just a few days ago, or should I say yesterday, yeah, we got this video, which is an interception of another set of people who can't really identify where they are going. This time, Ekiti.